Hi, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and welcome to our detailed breakdown of REV'IT Armor for 2010. We get tons of questions on the REV'IT Armor, from the Nox to the ProLife to the SASTech, how it stacks up against each other, what armor is featured in what products, and why. These are questions that come in all the time from the website, over the phone. It's technical stuff. We expect that people aren't going to be motorcycle experts like we're motorcycle gear experts. So we're glad when people call us, but maybe this video can save you some of the time while you're doing your own research. So starting out with REV'IT's what I would call entry-level stuff, which is still a big step up from what you see in a lot of domestic mid-price point or entry-level price point motorcycle jackets, you're going to have Nox. Nox is going to be featured in some of the medium price point items like the really popular REV'IT Air Jacket. It's very lightweight. So what you're going to notice is Nox is a two-piece construction. You have the hard outer shell of the Nox. You have stitching. It has the soft interior which goes against your body. This is basic, flexible armor. It's CE rated. You know, a lot of people ask us, what does the CE rating mean? The underwriters that do the CE rating, for elbows, for shoulders and knees, it's CE or it's not. The scale has one level. That level measures the disbursement of energy upon an impact. Either it passes or it doesn't. For back armor, it's actually a little bit different. I'm going to get into that in a second. So here's Nox, CE for elbows, for shoulders. I'm going to show you the shoulder. There are also some items like the REV'IT rotor pants that come with Nox armor for the knees as well. This is going to be the basic Nox armor. It's completely removable from all of the REV'IT items. Here is the Nox back pad. So when I talk about back pads, it is CE level 2. So the CE standard goes for shoulders, elbows, and knees. At CE or not CE, people consider that level 1. CE2 is a different level of energy absorption and dispersion, and that's going to be for back pads. So what you're going to notice is here's my Nox shaped back protector that fits the REV'IT pocket specifically. It's brought in by REV'IT. This guy's 29 bucks. This is the upgrade on any jacket that has the Nox shaped protector, and it'll say it in the description or we'll note it in the video. This is going to be your $29.99 option for the back pad. But you'll say, well, what comes with the jacket if it's not this guy right out of the gates? Because aside from maybe the Infinity Pro or the Infinity Suit, none of the REV'IT jackets come with upgraded back protection. It's an option. Some people like it, some people don't. We always recommend it. Basically, here's what's going to come in any of your REV'IT jackets that feature temper foam padding in the back or feature Nox or ProLife armor. You're going to see we call this the Nox shape. This is removable. It's a little bit of back padding. It's the same material they would use in a hip pad that's not a hard armor or somewhere else if it's a sewn-in temper foam panel that may or may not be perforated in a race suit. This temper foam, it's thin, it's a level of protection, but it's by no means rated on any kind of measurable scale. It's kind of foam. You can see here's the Nox back pad that comes in the Air Jacket as well. A little bit different, similar material. This one's designed to flow a little bit more air, but there's your Nox. Moving up to the food chain. So in a lot of the mesh stuff, in Mistral pants, in the Air Jacket, the rotor pants, you're going to see Nox. Moving up into the middle of the price range and all of the REV'IT race suits, you're going to see ProLife armor. So here's the ProLife armor. You see it's a little different shape, it's a little more all-encompassing, it's one piece, there's no stitching here, there's nothing to come apart, it's articulated for movement. This is a shoulder cup. Here is a elbow forearm, and the knee is basically going to be a wider version of this elbow forearm in a slightly different shape. Basically, the claim to fame with ProLife is it's more protective. It disperses energy better. They say that the rating, as you compare this guy on the CE scale, it actually comes a little bit more in line with something like a back pad's level of energy absorption and dispersion than something like the CE rated 1 Nox armor. So this is a big upgrade. It's also great, and it's meant to be slidden on. This is armor that is designed for, it has different qualities that make it more attractive to race suits. So in all the REV'IT race suits, you're going to see ProLife armor. It's by design. The SASTech stuff, which I'm going to get to next, which is REV'IT's highest level of impact resistance, is actually built a little bit different and isn't the best fit for the race suits. So here's your ProLife level 2, or your ProLife armor, which is closer to CE2, but it's, again, with armor, it's just CE or it's not. It's going to be flexible, it's going to be single piece, it's going to be shoulders, it's going to be elbows, it's going to be knees. And most of the jackets that are going to take the ProLife armor or have the ProLife armor are also going to be that Nox back protector shape. Now, as I move up in the food chain, now we're getting to SASTech. This is one of those great conversations that gear geeks love to have. They talk about SASTech because it's brand new, because it's kind of this dark horse, came out of nowhere in the last couple years, and now you have a lot of people trying to copy it. What SASTech is, and I'm holding a forearm elbow, you can see how it goes on, it is molecular armor. It changes properties with your body heat. It changes properties when shock is introduced. So basically, this armor is going to be stiff when it's cold. You put your jacket on, your body heat warms it up. It's extremely comfortable. You can see my hands, my fingers almost, they do sink into it. It's like one of those memory pillows. But what you're going to see is the molecules are actually changing, they're actually shifting. Now the beauty of this armor, and it's armor that is actually used on the soles of the boots for guys that are defusing IEDs in Iraq. This is military grade stuff, it's from Europe. The claim to fame is when you introduce a shock to SASTech armor, it instantly becomes rigid. It instantly changes properties, hardens, and grabs that shock, transfer it throughout the entire piece of armor, and it does more to absorb and protect you than anything else on this table. You know, we don't have, it's gonna exceed the level of the ProLife, which we lovingly say is CE2, but really what we can call this guy without having it actually stack up on that CE list because it completely blows it away, we call this CE+. It's not technical, that's not what they call it, it's what we call it internally. This blows away any other armor, it blows away the D3O. This is the best armor in anything that we sell at RevZilla. So this is going to be your elbow forearm. Your shoulders are going to be right and left specific. So here, and you can notice the size difference in coverage. And again, if you come in close, you see my body heat warms it up. My fingers are sinking in. Here's a left shoulder for this guy. And then here's the big one that people always ask about. This is the SASTech back armor. Look at how flexible it is. And it's a little warm in here today, so it's actually extra flexible. But again, this much coverage on your back, it's vented it's got holes for ventilation. This guy in a crash is going to protect you the best out of anything we see on the market today. This is the highest level of armor offered by any manufacturer, any brand that RevZilla carries. It's 2010, just noting that now, because you never know what's going to come out in 2011. So basically what you're going to notice about this guy comes stock in an infinity suit. The shape of this is longer, it's more protective, it's different. The shell shape or the pocket shape for jackets that take the SASTech is going to be different. It will note it on the jacket. So you're talking Cayenne Pro, you're talking Turbine, you're talking about the highest end jacket from REV'IT is going to be set up to take the SASTech. This is 59 bucks. It's not a cheap piece, but they give you that option at the highest level. Here's what the temper foam panel that's going to come with the jacket standard is going to look like. Again, notice the different shape. Now here's the question we get all the time from the gear geeks, and they say, hey, I bought a REV'IT Scirocco, I have a REV'IT jacket or Dragon. It's got ProLife in the arms, it's great, I don't want to change it. But I want to upgrade the back protector to SASTech. They say, can I do it? The answer is that the pocket size on any jacket that doesn't take the SASTech jacket, it's going to be smaller. It's going to be this shape. And when I put the temper foams next to each other, you're going to see the SASTech's a hair wider, and it's definitely taller. Look when I put that on there. It just fits. So here is the RevZilla solution. This is what SASTech is not going to tell you because it'll avoid the warranty on the armor. But what you can do, if you want to do a little MacGyver on your own, you can take your temper foam that came with your Knox jacket. You can use it as a template. You can cut it at the top, you can trim it at the bottom, take an X-Acto or a utility knife, and you can cut this SASTech down and make it the Knox shape, and it will fit nicely in your Scirocco, in your air jacket, in any jacket in the REV'IT lineup that's meant to take a Knox back protector. So there you go. So I've broken down, I've basically gone to a 50-foot level on all these all these types of armors. If you have any questions about what armor goes in what jacket, if you have any questions about any of the pieces, how they stack up, the type of riding you do, or whether or not you want to make the upgrade, give us a ring, 877-792-9455, or shoot us a line at cs@revzilla.com. Once again, this is the REV'IT armor detail breakdown. I have Knox in the basic stuff, I have ProLife in all race suits, and the medium range stuff, which is the medium to high end stuff, and then in the pinnacle gear, such as the Cayenne Pro, such as the Infinity suit, I have the SASTech, which is the molecular level, malleable, impact resistant, CE plus rated armor, which is going to do the best job at protecting your body in a crash. I'm Anthony, thanks for watching today. You can always leave comments, we will answer them on YouTube, but shoot us a line on RevZilla or RevZilla TV. We're happy to help you walk through this process. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you next time.